Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Mike and Brian just announced what the big sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra is going to be, their new animated series, so we'll break it all down because there are a bunch of details. It confirms a bunch of long-running fan theories, too, about the twin avatars that people were expecting. Of course, I will do videos for it when it does release, just like I did back in the day for the classic Avatar series for Korra. Some of you probably found my channel for my original Korra episodes back in the day. If you are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. They're saying the title of this new Avatar series is Avatar 7 Havens. It's going to have 26 half-hour episodes over 2 seasons, which is in parity with the amount of Korra episodes per season, but instead of 4 seasons, they're just saying it's 2 seasons for now. My assumption is the reason why they're only saying it's 2 seasons is because they picked it up for 2 seasons at once instead of like the entire run, so they could always go longer. But if you remember when Mike and Brian quit the live-action Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender series, like they parted ways with Netflix, said we don't want to have anything to do with this, they came back a little while later saying that they'd founded Avatar Studios for a bunch of different Avatar movie and TV show projects, literature projects like doing new Avatar books, comic books, stuff like that. Pretty much anything you could imagine for Avatar. Paramount and Nickelodeon basically gave them a blank check to just do whatever Avatar projects they wanted to, so they came out with a slate of a couple movies that they were developing. They already have the first one coming out at the beginning of next year. I'll explain that in a second too. But as part of that, they also promised that they were going to be making multiple upcoming series. This Avatar 7 Havens animated series is just the first of those. Michael DiMartino also confirmed that it is going to take place after Korra. It will be Earthbender avatars, but the big confirmation, like I said, is that it'll be twin avatars, like a lot of people wondered. The big twist on the avatar cycle that people were expecting that they would try because they'd never done it before, in part of the idea that Mike and Brian want to do new things that they haven't tried before with the whole Avatar mythology. Dante Bosco and Janet Varney did a special promo for the announcement where they actually explain some more synopsis of what the actual plot of the series is and what's going on during this new era after Korra dies.
Breaking news, there's a new Avatar on the way.
In celebration of the 20th anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Nickelodeon has officially announced a brand new series.
The mythology and the adventures of the Avatar universe continues in Avatar 7 Havens.
7 Havens will be set in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm.
When a young Earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar, her and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins.
And they must save the 7 Havens before civilization's last strongholds collapse, all the while being hunted by both human and spirit enemies.
Because in the era of 7 Havens, being the Avatar means you're humanity's destroyer, not savior.
Wow. I wonder what the last Avatar did to cause that.
I can't imagine, Varney.
So there's a whole lot to unpack there with what they just said. When they say it's long-lost twins, they're confirming it's Earthbender twin avatars because the avatar cycle goes to earthbending now. But instead of it passing to another female or a male Earthbender, it's twin male and female avatars at the same time. Way back when they announced they were doing a new series, people were like, who's going to be the new Earthbender avatar after Korra? What if it's twins? What would happen if they split the whole concept of avatar powers and reincarnation into 2 different bodies instead of a single body? This will remind you of the whole Star Wars concept of force dyads, where you have one soul born into 2 bodies. They did confirm that it was a sister and a brother, and the sister discovers her avatar powers first, or at least it sounds like the story starts with her perspective. In the beginning of episode 1, she learns that she has a long-lost brother in the first place and seeks to find him after also learning that she is the next avatar after Korra. My assumption is that the brother either starts the series not knowing that he also has avatar powers, or when they eventually do meet each other in the first couple episodes, he thinks that she's the only one with avatar powers and he's just a normal earthbender. They kind of pulled this twist on Superman and Lois in live action recently, where Superman had 2 sons and they got their powers at different points in the timeline. So for most of the show's run, only one of the sons thought he had powers. The other son thought that he was never going to get powers, but then by the last couple seasons, he developed powers too. So both sons wind up having powers. My assumption it'll be a similar type of twist with the twin avatars, where they both find out that they both are the avatar essentially. Maybe a big reveal of that in the finale for the first season. That feels like a big cliffhanger that you would push into season 2 with, where it's like, oh, there's 2 of us. We both have avatar powers. They also kind of did this during Star Wars 2 with Luke and Leia's character, where after they met and they learned the truth about who they really were, she discovered that she was also Force sensitive and could train to be a Jedi if she wanted. But there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on in the world during the events of this series. It says, during this era, the Avatar is thought of as a negative thing and a destroyer of the world rather than its savior. The way that Janet Varney jokes in this promo, she makes it sound like it was something that Korra did and probably involved her dying. Like whatever caused her to die is whatever this giant disaster is that everybody blames the Avatar for. So you have to imagine something crazy happens, there's this epic disaster, Korra winds up dying as a result of it. So there's the way that Roku died in a big disaster, then Aang was born, eventually discovered that he was the Avatar 10, 11 years later. These twins are born as Korra dies in whatever disaster is happening, then like 10, 11 years later, however much time goes by, they discover their Avatar powers too. But in that 10 or 11 year time jump, when they don't know that they're the Avatar, the world thinks that the Avatar has disappeared for like 10, 11 years. While that's happening, during that decade of time, whatever, everybody just grows to hate the whole concept of the Avatar, so they're just waiting for them to show up so that they can kill them again. Dante Bosco and Janet Varney also say the twins will be hunted by both spirits and humans, meaning they won't be safe in the spirit world hiding out like they used to during Legend of Korra. It sounds like a lot of Season 1 will be them trying to learn where they come from, who their mother and father are, and learn about their avatar powers, so it sounds like they grow up being fostered by other families, like their mother and father died at some point. They also say they're going to try and save the Seven Havens before civilization's last strongholds collapse, basically teasing it's an end-of-days situation in the world of Avatar, world-ending calamity, like way worse than the 100 Years' War. What are you going to do when both the spirit world and the regular living world are going to be destroyed? I still think it's kind of funny that Janet Varney makes it sound like this is Korra's fault, like something Korra did, just epic disaster, blame her, it's all her fault. But it sounds like the Seven Havens area is the name of the region that the twins come from, and there's just all-out war raging all over the planet, inside the spirit world and inside the living world too, between spirits and humans alike. My early theory is that Season 2 will probably start with them knowing the truth about the disaster that killed Korra, where they come from, the truth about their origin, their family, and they'll probably have an idea of what they need to do to bring balance back to both worlds, to the spirit world and to the regular world. If you remember to 1 billion years ago when I was doing Legend of Korra Season 4 episodes, during the finale, her big thing was permanently opening the spirit portals between both worlds so spirits and humans could travel back and forth between both places. Maybe whatever the twins do to fix the balance of both worlds has something to do with the spirit portals again too. One of my other big theories too, like this will be a big question, is do both twins need to be present in order for them to both go into the avatar state? Like, won't it work if there's just one of them around? Like, will one of them not be able to go into the avatar state if the other one isn't with them? Sort of like a Dragon Ball fusion kind of situation, but they don't actually fuse into a single person. It's still two separate people, but they need each other to actually go into the avatar state. That would actually be a cool reveal too, if they finally meet each other and then boom, something happens and they both accidentally go into the avatar state on automatic, like the way that happens with Aang and Korra, where when they're really distressed, they'll just automatically go into the avatar state to protect themselves. Now I'm also kind of hoping that we'll get some cameos too, like Dante Bosco, some of the other previous Avatar actors might come in for brief cameo scenes as background characters, but obviously they're going to cast brand new actors for the main characters. It sounds like the new series isn't going to premiere until after the new animated movie Aang the Last Airbender comes out, which is supposed to be in January next year, so it's not that long. We'll probably get a trailer for that before the end of the year. Hopefully they'll release something by summer. But if they just pick the show up now, remember that animation takes a long time to actually make, so it might be 2027 before this series actually releases, or like the very end of 2026 if they're really hustling. We only got a brief teaser for what's going on with the actual movie. The movie is meant to take place after the events of Book 3 and basically adapt a lot of the stuff that they're actually doing in those first comics that take place right after Book 3 ends. The way they've talked about it in the past, the comics are meant to be canon, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to change stuff or put the events of the movie somewhere in between some of the things that are happening in those comics, so they borrow a few things from the events of the comics. Several years ago, when they started announcing all this stuff, they also said they were going to try and do an Avatar Kyoshi movie and a Zuko movie, but they didn't say when those would come out. Just this new Aang movie would be the first one of multiple upcoming movies. But the way that Mike and Brian have talked about the new series they're doing, like the multiple different series, is they want to jump around and do different types of things, so it won't just be a linear progression forward and forward in the timeline every single time. Everybody let me know, if they are going to be jumping around in the timeline eventually, what other series do you want them to do and what other movies do you want them to do? Nickelodeon and Paramount also said that they're releasing some Avatar minis on a special YouTube channel eventually. They're like chibi minis. I don't know if they're going to be canon or if it's just like some fun project that they're trying to do in addition to all this 20th anniversary Avatar stuff that they're doing right now. That's the big reason for all these announcements, because the 20th anniversary of Avatar The Last Airbender is coming up. By the time a lot of you have watched this video, the anniversary's probably already come and gone. Hopefully we don't get to like the 25th anniversary without knowing a whole lot what's going on here or seeing some of these episodes. And even though I haven't talked too much about it, there is the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2 and Season 3. They renewed it for the entire run of the original Avatar series. They're basically just doing their own version of the original run of 3 books, but as you saw during Season 1, there are numerous changes they made to the story of Book 1. It'll be the same for Book 2 and Book 3. Now the big thing is they're finally introducing Toph because we're heading into Book 2, so she's like the big reveal that they used for the first teaser. Those new Toph trailers will be the only time that Netflix can't call you degenerate for asking for more feed pics. I've already done a much bigger video about that. Click here for that, and click here for all my new Superman videos too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.